Egypt, a land of timeless mystery, ancient wonders, and breathtaking beauty. From the golden sands of the Sahara to the fertile banks of the Nile, Egypt has been a cradle of civilization for thousands of years. It is a country where history rises from the ground in the form of mighty pyramids, towering temples, and hidden tombs. But Egypt is not just a story of the past. It is a living, vibrant land where culture, tradition, and daily life create a rich and colorful experience. In every corner of this ancient country, travelers find stunning landscapes, warm hospitality, and awe-inspiring sights. The Great Pyramids of Giza, the Valley of the Kings, the temples of Luxor and Karnak, these are names that echo through time. Yet beyond the famous landmarks, Egypt also offers beautiful coastlines, peaceful oases, lively cities, and sacred mosques and churches. Rising from the desert just outside Cairo, the Pyramids of Giza are among the most iconic monuments on Earth. Built over 4,000 years ago, these massive stone structures were created as tombs for the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. The largest, known as the Great Pyramid, was built for Pharaoh Khufu. It once stood as the tallest man-made structure in the world for thousands of years. Each block of stone weighs several tons, and yet these pyramids were constructed with remarkable precision, long before modern machines existed. The engineering behind them continues to amaze historians, architects, and travelers alike. Beside the pyramids stands the Great Sphinx, a mysterious statue with the body of a lion and the face of a human. Its true purpose and origin still stir debate, adding to the sense of wonder that surrounds the site. Carved from a single piece of limestone, the Great Sphinx of Giza rests silently on the edge of the desert. With the body of a lion and the head of a human, it is one of the oldest and most mysterious monuments in the world. The Sphinx faces the rising sun, as if guarding the pyramids behind it. Its massive size and weathered features tell a story that stretches deep into history. Scholars believe it represents strength, wisdom, and protection, but much about its origin remains unknown. Who built it? Why was it made? These questions have puzzled historians for generations. Some say the face is that of Pharaoh Khafre, while others believe it may be older than the pyramids themselves. wind and sand have worn away parts of the Sphinx over time, yet it still holds its shape and its presence still commands attention. Standing before it, one cannot help but feel a sense of awe. The Sphinx is more than just a statue. In the heart of Cairo stands the Egyptian Museum, a grand treasure house of the ancient world. Within its walls lies one of the richest collections of artifacts ever gathered from a single civilization. Every hall, every display tells the story of Egypt's long and powerful past. Here, golden masks, delicate jewelry, royal statues, and sacred scrolls fill the rooms with echoes of pharaohs, gods, and lost kingdoms. One of the most famous displays is the tomb collection of the young king Tutankhamun, including his legendary golden death mask, still shining with beauty and mystery. The museum holds more than just precious objects. It holds the memories of a people who shaped history with their beliefs, their art, and their achievements. From simple tools and pottery to towering stone carvings, each item reveals how the ancient Egyptians lived, ruled, worshipped, and dreamed. Visitors do not just walk through a museum here. Deep in the historic heart of Cairo lies Khan el-Khalili Bazaar, a maze of narrow alleys, colorful shops, and centuries-old charm. This vibrant market has been alive since the days of the Mamluks, drawing traders, travelers, and dreamers from across the world. The scent of spices fills the air. Lanterns, textiles, and handcrafted souvenirs sparkle under hanging lights. Sellers call out with warm voices, offering tea, jewelry, perfumes, and treasures both ancient and new. The sound of footsteps, laughter, and bargaining creates a rhythm that feels timeless. Walking through the bazaar is like stepping into a living painting. Each corner holds a surprise, a tiny coffee shop, a hidden courtyard, or a craftsman shaping copper by hand. Time slows down here, caught between the past and the present. But Khan el-Khalili is more than just a marketplace. High above the city of Cairo, the citadel stands as a powerful reminder of Egypt's medieval glory. Built in the 12th century by the great leader Saladin, it was designed to defend the city from foreign invasion. Today, its massive stone walls still overlook the capital with pride and strength. Inside the citadel, history comes alive. Grand gates, ancient towers, and wide courtyards tell stories of kings, warriors, and rulers who once shaped Egypt's destiny. The most famous structure within its walls is the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, also known as the Alabaster Mosque. Its soaring domes and tall minarets dominate the skyline, shining under the sun. From the citadel's terraces, the view stretches far across Cairo. The busy streets, the distant pyramids, and the endless desert all appear like a living map of Egypt's past and present. The Cairo citadel is not only a fortress. In the heart of old Cairo stands Al-Azhar Mosque, one of the oldest and most respected centers of Islamic learning in the world. Built over 1,000 years ago, it has been a place of prayer, scholarship, and tradition ever since. Its white domes, elegant minarets, and peaceful courtyards welcome both worshippers and visitors. The mosque's architecture reflects the beauty of Islamic art, with detailed carvings, graceful arches, and quiet spaces that invite reflection. But Al-Azhar is more than just a mosque. It is the heart of a great university that has guided generations of scholars and thinkers. From here, the teachings of faith, law, science, and language had spread across continents. Stepping into Al-Azhar is like entering a timeless world where silence speaks and history breathes through every stone. It is a place of deep respect, not only for faith, but for knowledge, peace, and the pursuit of understanding. Coptic Cairo is a quiet and sacred part of the city where ancient churches, narrow lanes, and holy stories come together. This small area holds deep meaning for Egypt's Christian community and offers a window into one of the oldest branches of Christianity in the world. Stone churches, some built over 1,000 years ago, stand peacefully beside Roman ruins and underground chapels. One of the most cherished is the Hanging Church, built above a gate of a Roman fortress. Its wooden roof, shaped like Noah's Ark, and its beautiful icons create a feeling of warmth and devotion. Beneath the streets lies the Cavern Church, believed to be a place where the Holy Family once found shelter during their flight into Egypt. Here, faith and history meet in silence and soft light. Walking through Coptic Cairo feels like moving through layers of time. The air is calm, the walls are old, and the spirit is strong. Tucked away in the quiet streets of Coptic Cairo stands the Ben Ezra Synagogue, one of the oldest and most historic Jewish sites in Egypt. Its peaceful setting hides a rich past filled with faith, tradition, and centuries of cultural memory. According to legend, this is the place where baby Moses was found among the reeds by the Nile. Though the building has been rebuilt over time, the site has remained a spiritual home for generations of Jewish Egyptians. Inside, the synagogue is simple yet elegant. Wooden beams, carved details, and soft light create a sacred space that invites quiet reflection. Its design blends Middle Eastern and European influences, showing the diverse history of the people who once worshipped here. The synagogue also became famous for the discovery of a large collection of ancient texts known as the Cairo Geniza. On a quiet island in the Nile, near Aswan, stands the Philae temple, a graceful tribute to the ancient goddess Isis. Surrounded by calm waters and rocky cliffs, the temple seems to rise like a dream from the river, filled with beauty, mystery, and devotion. For centuries, Philae was a sacred place of worship, visited by pilgrims who came to honor Isis, the goddess of healing and motherhood. Its elegant columns, detailed carvings, and peaceful courtyards reflect the harmony of ancient Egyptian design. The temple was once nearly lost beneath the rising waters caused by the building of modern dams. But in a great effort to save it, every stone was moved and rebuilt on higher ground. This rescue became one of the most impressive preservation projects in history. Walking through Philae, one feels a deep sense of calm. The sound of the river, the soft light on the stone, and the ancient symbols on the walls create a space where time feels suspended. Philae is more than a temple. In the far south of Egypt, carved into a mountainside, stand the majestic temples of Abu-Simbel. Built by Pharaoh Ramses II over 3,000 years ago, these temples are a powerful tribute to his rule, his gods, and his eternal legacy. The larger temple is guarded by 4 colossal statues of Ramses himself, each one towering high above the ground. They stare out across the desert with silent strength, carved with stunning precision from solid rock. Inside, Long halls and stone chambers are filled with carvings of battles, rituals, and divine figures. Beside it, the smaller temple honors Queen Nefertari, the beloved wife of Ramses. It is one of the few ancient temples where a queen was given equal honor to a pharaoh, showing her great importance. Abu Simbel is not only known for its beauty. When modern dams threatened to flood the area, the temples were carefully cut into large blocks and moved to higher ground. The Karnak temple complex, located in ancient Thebes, is one of the largest religious sites ever built. Spanning over centuries, it was shaped by many pharaohs, each leaving their mark through statues, columns, and sacred spaces. At its heart stands the Great Hypostyle Hall, a forest of giant stone pillars that rise like trees into the sky. Walking through this hall feels like stepping into the world of the gods. The carvings on the columns and walls speak of power, devotion, and the connection between heaven and earth. Karnak was not just a temple. It was a spiritual center where ceremonies honored Amun, the chief god of the new kingdom. Priests walked in silence, torches lit sacred paths, and the Nile's rhythm guided rituals that shaped daily life. The site is filled with obelisks, sacred lakes, hidden chapels, and massive gateways. Each part tells a story of royal pride and deep faith. Hidden among the desert hills of Luxor lies the Valley of the Kings, a silent resting place for Egypt's most powerful rulers. Carved deep into the earth, these tombs were built to guide pharaohs into the afterlife, far from the reach of time and thieves. Unlike the towering pyramids of earlier ages, these tombs were cut into rock, their entrances hidden beneath the sand. Inside, long corridors and sacred chambers are covered with paintings and hieroglyphs, showing the journey of the soul through the world of the dead. Here rest the names of legends: Seti, Ramses, and the boy king Tutankhamun. His tomb, discovered nearly untouched, held treasures beyond imagination and offered the world a glimpse into the mystery and glory. Among all the tombs in the Valley of the Kings, none has captured the world's imagination like the tomb of Tutankhamun. Discovered in the early 20th century, it was almost completely untouched, sealed for centuries beneath the desert sands. Inside, archaeologists found a dazzling collection of treasures. golden statues, jeweled chariots, sacred amulets, and the famous golden mask of the young king himself. Every object spoke of beauty, power, and a deep belief in the afterlife. Tutankhamun came to the throne as a boy and ruled for only a short time. Yet his tomb has become the most famous of all, not because of his reign, but because of what was found beside him, a perfect time capsule of ancient Egyptian burial customs and royal life. The tomb is small compared to others, but its impact is enormous. Its walls are painted with scenes of the king's journey to the next world. In the stillness of that underground chamber, the past whispers through gold and stone. Standing tall on the west bank of the Nile near Luxor are the colossi of Memnon, two massive stone statues that have watched over the Theban plain for thousands of years. Carved from blocks of quartzite, each figure rises like a silent guardian, their faces weathered by time and sun. These twin statues once stood at the entrance of a grand temple built by Pharaoh Amenhotep III. Though the temple itself has vanished, the colossi remain, proud, still, and full of ancient dignity. In the past, one of the statues was said to sing at dawn. A faint, musical sound would rise from the stone, drawing visitors from across the ancient world. Some believed it was the voice of the hero Memnon, calling to his mother, the goddess of the morning. Others saw it as a message from the gods. Today, the statues no longer sing, but their presence is powerful. On the west bank of the Nile, between Luxor and Aswan, stands the Temple of Edfu, one of the best preserved temples in all of Egypt. Built in honor of the falcon god Horus, this great structure offers a rare and powerful glimpse into the sacred rituals of the ancient world. Its towering entrance, carved with scenes of pharaohs and gods, opens into vast courtyards and long shadowed halls. The stone walls are covered with detailed hieroglyphs and sacred images, each one telling the story of Horus and his triumph over chaos and evil. Unlike many ancient sites, the Temple of Edfu was hidden for centuries beneath layers of sand and mud, which helped protect its beauty. When it was finally uncovered, it revealed chambers, altars, and passageways that had remained untouched since the days of the pharaohs. Walking through its cool halls, one can feel the quiet presence of a world ruled by gods, symbols, and ceremony. Rising on the banks of the Nile, the Temple of Ombo is a rare and remarkable place. Unlike other temples in Egypt, it is dedicated to not one, but two gods, the falcon-headed Horus the Elder and Sobek, the crocodile god of the Nile and fertility. This twin dedication shaped the temple's design. Every hall, courtyard, and sanctuary is perfectly mirrored, one side for each god. It is a temple of balance, where two forces of nature were honored side by side. The temple walls are covered with vivid carvings showing rituals, healing tools, and offerings. These images give insight into ancient medicine and daily life. Nearby, a collection of mummified crocodiles lies in a special museum, paying quiet tribute to the strange and sacred bond between the people and the river's most feared creature. As the sun sets over Ombo, golden light dances on stone columns and silent statues. The temple glows with a timeless beauty, half shadow, half flame. Hidden along a quiet bend of the Nile, the Temple of Dendera stands as one of the most beautifully preserved temples in all of Egypt. It was built in honor of Hathor, goddess of love, music, healing, and joy. From the moment you enter, the temple feels different. Its grand hall is supported by towering columns, each crowned with the face of Hathor. The ceiling above is painted deep blue, filled with stars, zodiac signs, and sacred symbols, a rare glimpse into how the ancient Egyptians viewed the heavens. The temple was a place of celebration and care. Pilgrims came to seek healing, offer music, and take part in ceremonies that honored light, life, and renewal. Even today, the energy of those ancient rituals seems to linger in the stillness of its stone chambers. Beneath the temple lies a network of mysterious underground passages, once used by priests during sacred rites. Far from the crowded cities, in the quiet desert near the Nile, stands the sacred temple of Abydos, one of the most important spiritual sites in ancient Egypt. It was built by Pharaoh Seti I and later completed by his son, Ramses II. Abydos was believed to be the gateway to the afterlife, the place where the god Osiris, ruler of the dead, was buried. Pilgrims traveled from across Egypt to pay their respects, offer prayers, and connect with the mysteries of death and rebirth. The temple itself is a masterpiece of design and devotion. Its walls are filled with vivid carvings, showing kings offering gifts to the gods, scenes of creation, and lists of pharaohs reaching far back into history. These records are known as the King's List, a priceless timeline of royal rule carved in stone. A sense of peace and power flows through the temple. Its columns stand tall and silent, its chambers cool and filled with shadow. Sailing along the Nile is one of the most timeless and peaceful ways to experience Egypt. The river, wide and slow, flows gently through landscapes where ancient and modern life meet with quiet grace. A cruise on the Nile is more than just a journey. It is a moving window into history. Temples rise from the riverbanks, villages drift by, and palm trees sway in the warm breeze. The waters that once carried pharaohs and gods now carry travelers, offering views that have not changed for thousands of years. Each day begins with golden light on the water and ends with sunsets that turn the sky to fire. Along the way, stops at places like Luxor, Edfu, Ombo, and Aswan open doors to wonders carved in stone and written in the language of the stars. On board, life slows down. The rhythm of the river becomes the rhythm of the soul. Along the banks of the Nile near Aswan, the Nubian village welcomes visitors with color, kindness, and deep cultural roots. These villages are home to the Nubian people, one of the oldest civilizations in Africa, known for their warmth, music, and strong traditions. Brightly painted houses line the dusty paths, decorated with symbols, patterns, and cheerful shades of blue, yellow, and red. Inside, families share stories, songs, and spices passed down through generations. The rhythm of daily life moves gently, guided by the river, the sun, and the seasons. Nubian culture is rich in art, language, and hospitality. Visitors are often invited in for tea, homemade bread, and a glimpse of a life that is peaceful and full of meaning. Children laugh in the courtyards, elders share wisdom, and the sound of drums can be heard in the evening air. Despite changes over time, the spirit of the Nubian people remains strong, proud of their past and hopeful for the future. Stretching deep into the southern reaches of Egypt, Lake Nasser is one of the largest man-made lakes in the world. Formed by the building of the Aswan High Dam, its still waters now cover ancient lands that once held temples, villages, and farmlands. Though created by modern hands, Lake Nasser feels ancient. Its vast surface reflects the desert sky, and its shores are quiet, remote, and filled with raw beauty. Along its edges, rocky hills rise and scatter into the horizon, untouched by time. The lake is home to a wide variety of wildlife: crocodiles, birds, and fish that thrive in its waters. It is also the guardian of rescued monuments, like the great temples of Abu Simbel and Kalabsha, saved and relocated before the rising waters claimed them. Sailing on Lake Nasser, it feels like drifting through a forgotten world. Far out in Egypt's western desert, surrounded by endless dunes and silence, lies the Siwa oasis, a hidden world of green palms, fresh springs, and ancient wisdom. Isolated and peaceful, Siwa feels like a place untouched by time. The people of Siwa have preserved their own language, customs, and rhythms of life. Their homes, built from salt and mud, blend into the earth. Their traditions are rich with storytelling, crafts, and gentle hospitality. Siwa is not only beautiful, it is sacred. For centuries, it was home to the Temple of the Oracle, where travelers and kings once came seeking answers. Even Alexander the Great made the long journey here, believing he would hear the voice of a god. The oasis is filled with natural wonders: clear pools, salt lakes that shimmer in the sun, and sand dunes that stretch to the edge of the sky. Dates and olives grow in abundance, nourished by underground springs that have flowed for generations. On the edge of the Mediterranean Sea, where waves crash against ancient stone, stands the qitabay citadel, a proud fortress guarding the harbor of Alexandria. Built in the 15th century by Sultan Qitabay, it rises on the very spot where the legendary lighthouse of Alexandria once stood. Strong and silent, the citadel was built to protect the city from invaders. Its thick walls, rounded towers, and high battlements speak of strength, strategy, and the constant watch of history. Though battles have come and gone, the fortress remains, shaped by wind, salt, and time. Inside, narrow passages and open courtyards lead to sweeping views of sea and sky. The sound of seagulls mixes with the echo of footsteps, and the breeze carries the scent of salt and stone. The Coptic citadel is more than a fortress. It is a link between worlds, between ancient wonder and medieval defense, between sea and land, between what has been lost and what still stands. On the eastern edge of Alexandria, where the sea breeze meets gentle hills, lie the Montaza Palace Gardens, a peaceful escape filled with beauty, history, and charm. Once a royal retreat, this sprawling estate blends the grace of European design with the warmth of the Mediterranean. The gardens stretch out in every direction, filled with tall palm trees, flowering paths, and quiet lawns that overlook the sea. Birds sing among the branches, and the sound of the waves whispers just beyond the gates. At the heart of the gardens stands the Montaza Palace, built by Egypt's last kings. Its elegant towers and red rooftops rise above the trees, a symbol of royal elegance and quiet strength. Though the palace itself is not open to the public, its presence adds a timeless grace to the landscape. Visitors come here to walk, to rest, to breathe. Families gather under shady trees, couples stroll beside the shore, and the soft air carries stories of the past. Montaza is more than a guard. In the heart of ancient Alexandria, rising tall above ruins and time, stands Pompey's Pillar, a single, soaring column carved from red granite. It is one of the last standing monuments from the city's Roman past, silent and strong against the desert sky. Though its name suggests a connection to the Roman general Pompey, the pillar was actually built in honor of Emperor Diocletian at the end of the 3rd century. It once stood within a grand temple complex, surrounded by statues, columns, and arches, most of which have vanished with time. The pillar itself reaches high above the ground, balanced with perfect symmetry. No writing covers its surface, no decoration breaks its form. And yet, it commands attention, a symbol of strength, survival, and the passage of empires. Round its base lie scattered stones, traces of a vanished age. Nearby, underground galleries and ancient artifacts offer a quiet reminder of Alexandria's deep and layered history. Beneath the busy streets of Alexandria lies a hidden world, the catacombs of shoqafa. Carved deep into the rock, this underground burial site blends Egyptian, Greek, and Roman traditions into one mysterious and haunting space. Discovered by accident in the early 20th century, the catacombs reveal a rich mix of cultures. Columns shaped like lotus flowers stand beside sculptures in Roman armor. Sacred symbols share space with ancient gods, their images carved into stone by skilled hands long ago. A spiral staircase leads down into the depths. Chamber after chamber opens in silence, once used to honor the dead with ritual and respect. At the heart of the complex lies a central tomb, decorated with scenes of the afterlife, filled with strange and beautiful details. These catacombs were more than a burial place. In the heart of modern Alexandria, a circle of ancient stone marks the presence of the Roman amphitheater, the only one of its kind ever discovered in Egypt. Once buried for centuries beneath sand and rubble, it now stands as a quiet echo of a vanished age. Built during the Roman period, this graceful structure was a place for music, poetry, and public life. Its rows of marble seats curve in perfect harmony, surrounding a central stage where voices once rose and performances stirred the hearts of the crowd. The amphitheater is smaller than those found in Rome or Greece, yet its design is flawless. Arched walkways, columns, and carved details reveal the skill of ancient builders. Even now, a whisper at the center can be heard at the edges, a gentle reminder of its perfect acoustics. Nearby ruins hint at lecture halls, bathhouses, and shaded courtyards, where scholars and citizens once gathered to share knowledge and ideas. The Roman amphitheater is more than stone and sile. In the heart of Alexandria, crowned by soaring domes and elegant minarets, stands the Abu-al-Abbas-al-Mursi-Mosque, a place of deep faith, beauty, and spiritual peace. It is one of the most important Islamic landmarks in Egypt, drawing worshippers and visitors alike with its graceful design and sacred history. The mosque honors the memory of Abu-al-Abbas-al-Mursi, a revered Sufi saint who lived in the 13th century. Known for his wisdom, humility, and devotion, his teachings continue to inspire hearts across the Islamic world. The architecture is a harmony of tradition and artistry. Soft arches, detailed carvings, and calm courtyards invite reflection. The creamy walls and golden domes glow in the sunlight, while inside, quiet prayers rise beneath chandeliers and gentle shadows. Though centuries have passed since the saint was laid to rest here, the mosque remains a living space of worship, learning, and community. The Abu-al-Abbas-al-Mursi-Mosque is more than a build. In the vast emptiness of Egypt's western desert lies a landscape like no other, the White Desert National Park. Here, wind and time have shaped the earth into a surreal world of chalk-white formations that rise from the sand like frozen waves, mushrooms, and towers. This otherworldly beauty was carved by nature over millions of years. Soft limestone, once covered by sea, has been sculpted by wind and sand into strange and silent shapes. In the soft glow of sunrise or under the silver light of the moon, the desert appears to glow, pure and dreamlike. The White Desert is not empty. It is full of life, small desert foxes, rare birds, and hidden oases breathe quietly beneath its surface. Nomadic tribes have long traveled its paths, guided by stars and instinct, leaving only faint traces behind. Camping here is an experience beyond words. The stillness is complete, the stars endless, and the connection to nature deep and humbling. Not far from the shining chalk cliffs of the White Desert lies a stark and powerful contrast, the Black Desert. Here, the land is covered in dark volcanic hills and scattered stones, giving the landscape a deep, shadowed beauty that feels both ancient and mysterious. The black color comes from iron-rich volcanic rocks that cooled and broke apart over time. Dozens of cone-shaped mountains rise from the golden sand, their dark surfaces glowing under the desert sun. The ground is quiet and still, yet alive with the memory of fire and time. Unlike the soft whiteness of its neighbor, the Black Desert feels raw and rugged. It tells a different story, one of Earth's deeper forces, of heat and pressure, of a past that shaped the very bones of the land. Travelers who cross this desert feel its power in silence. The wind carries no sound, only the whisper of history.